The day she left, the silence was the loudest sound in our home. I came back from work to find her side of the closet empty, her favorite mug gone from the kitchen counter. There was no note, no text, no final argument, just a void where my wife used to be. For 10 years, we had built a life together, or so I thought. We were high school sweethearts, the couple everyone said was meant to be. We had inside jokes, shared dreams, a rhythm to our lives that felt as natural as breathing. Now, all I had was a deafening silence and a question that echoed in every empty room. Why? I spent the first few days in a daze calling her phone, which went straight to voicemail. I messaged her friends, who seemed as clueless as I was. It felt like she had vanished, erased herself from my life without a trace. The not knowing was a special kind of torture. Had something happened to her? Was she safe? My mind raced through every terrible possibility, but the truth, when it finally arrived, was far more painful than anything I could have imagined. A week later, a mutual friend, unable to bear my frantic calls any longer, sat me down. With a heavy heart, she told me what she knew. My wife hadn't just left. She had left for someone else, another man, someone from her new yoga class, apparently. She hadn't been going to find herself on those evening sessions. She was finding a new life with him. My friend explained that my wife had been confiding in her for months, talking about feeling disconnected, about a spark that had faded. She had been sharing her heart, her doubts, and her dreams, but not with me. She was sharing them with him. The news hit me like a physical blow. It wasn't just the betrayal of her leaving for another man. It was the betrayal of silence. She had been unhappy. She had been struggling, and she never said a word to me. We had promised to face everything together, for better or worse. But when her worst came, she faced it with a stranger and left me out completely. I looked back over the last few months, searching for signs I had missed. The late nights, she said, were for work. The new hobbies that didn't include me. The slight distance that had grown between us, which I had brushed off as the normal ebb and flow of a long-term relationship. It felt like our entire history had been a lie. Every I love you, every shared laugh, every future plan now seemed tainted. How could the person I knew best become a total stranger? The grief was overwhelming, but underneath it, a slow-burning anger began to smolder. Anger at her for her deceit, anger at him for being part of it, and a deep, gut-wrenching anger at myself for being so blind. I realized that while I was busy maintaining the life we had, she was quietly building an exit. Rebuilding has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Some days, just getting out of bed feels like a victory. But slowly, very slowly, I'm learning to navigate this new, silent world. I'm finding my own voice again, not as part of a we, but as a me. The silence she left behind is no longer just a reminder of her absence. It's becoming a space where I can heal, a quiet place where I can learn to trust my own heart again. The journey is long, but for the first time, it feels like my own. Thanks for listening.